大家好, hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a video where I share everything about my journey of learning Chinese Mandarin. I did some shorts already on my channel. However, I know it's difficult to find something when it's just shorts. I figure why not do one video where I put everything together. If you have some question, you will be able to just find it on this video. As always, I will separate all the time that you need with the subject that I'm talking about every time. So first, how did I start learning Chinese Mandarin? I start in 2022 around April, May. Honestly, I just decided that I wanted to learn a new language. I love language. I learned Japanese. I learned Spanish quite some years when I was in university. However, I didn't really continue to practice. That the thing with language, you have to make sure you practice. So if I'm in a country where they speak only Spanish, I can survive. Like, I will understand, I'll be able to explain what I want, but it's not like a language that I really comfortable speaking at the moment. One day I'll probably just go back to the practice. I speak Japanese. I went to a trip to Japan, so I learned with a school, and I speak a little bit of Korean. Last October I went to Korea, so I learned a few things just to make sure I was able to speak when I'm there. And this year I'm supposed to go to China if everything goes well. I'm gonna go to China in October, and I want to make sure I'm able to speak again when I want to buy something, to connect with people. I feel like when you speak the language of the country, it's easier to connect with the people there. Also, something that really motivated me to continue learning Chinese. One day I was doing volunteering. I was a volunteer with some kids that has different kind of sickness. So some of them were not able to speak, and I went there. I did kind of like an activities with them. I sang, I read a story, and when I was speaking, I saw a little boy who looked like he was Chinese. Well, he was Asian. I was not sure if it was Chinese. And then the lady that was working there said, oh, he doesn't speak like French or English, and usually he doesn't react. Like, even if you speak with him, he will not react. So I asked, what language does he speak? And she told me he speak Chinese Mandarin. So I start speaking Chinese Mandarin. And I'm not kidding, guys. When I start speaking Chinese, his face just light up. He has a big smile. The nurse there was just shook. She was like, oh my gosh, like, he never react when we speak to him. And to be honest, at the time, like, my Chinese was even worse than what I am able to speak today. It was like just little words. I think I said like ni hao, wo tiao Carrie. I said hi, my name is Carrie. And then I said ni qiao shema minsi, and what is your name? And then I said ni fei chen ke hai, which is you are really cute. And then he was smiling. So I tried to speak with him as much as I could when I was there, but that's a thing for me that really like motivate me to keep learning. This is pretty much something that really motivate me. Of course, also having a trip in China is a motivation for this year. As I said in one of my shorts, I learn on and off. So I start in 2022. I did kind of like a year really seriously using Duolingo. I know a lot of people is like, Duolingo is not good. But to be honest, Duolingo really helped me, and I still use it to practice my tone. So the first year when I saw the little boy, I only had like Duolingo and a little bit of YouTube that I was using at the time. That did help me to be able to have a little conversation. And then what happened in 2023 is I took a Japanese class since I was going to Japan. So I kind of like, I still practice a little bit of my Chinese, but not that much. And in 2024, I was planning, wait. Yeah, I was planning another trip. Anyways, I think I went back to learning a little bit of Spanish, but again, still learning a little bit of Chinese every time. With Duolingo, the thing is you have to do it every day if you want to keep your strikes. So I'm a little bit competitive in life. So that kind of like the thing that works for me when it's like a game at the same time. That's why I bought the flashcards. I did a video about using this. But yeah, so in 2025, I decided to take a class because I was really not getting as much better than I wanted to be. So I decided, why not take a class? I think it will help me to be more like motivated and disciplined. Since I did a class for Japanese and I really like it. It was like a 8 week, no, a little bit more than that. Anyways, but the thing is, when I started the class, I didn't know that I had to do other class after my master for something I'm doing for my work, and it was just too much. So I decided to stop my Chinese class. I only did like, I think not even 2 months. Then after this class, I kept everything. So I was planning to go to Korea. So I start learning a little bit of Korean, and I was still practicing my Chinese, but again, not as much. So this year is the year that I'm planning to go to China. So this is why I'm really more like motivated, and I know I'm gonna be like really strict with my plan of like studying and practicing. So this is where I'm at for now. Even if I didn't finish a class, I still have all the documents that the teacher gave, which I'm not going to show you everything because it's for the school and I don't think I have like the right to share all this, but just so you have an idea, this is what it looks like usually, what we do, what we did in the class. So the class was in French, but the book is in English, okay? So this is why you're gonna see me writing in French. So tu es de quel endroit? So this is how, like, where are you from? And this is how you say it in Chinese Mandarin. So we learned how to read. This is why my reading is getting better, but it's not really great. So yeah, that's different stuff. We did learn how to write, so we had homework. But to be honest, I don't really want to learn how to write because I feel like it's not something I'm gonna use. I really want to learn how to read, and just speak and understand language. Yeah, so for the class, I had to buy some books that we were using for the class. This is the book that we use. It's Contemporary Chinese from the website. It's Sinolingua. It's a textbook that has also a website, so you can listen to some exercise. It's actually 4 books. So this is what we use. That's a textbook. Then you have the character book that you can practice. We didn't really use this one in the class. You have a supplementary reading material that I never use. I think I used this one last week when I did the video of me trying to read. To be honest, I didn't even know we had this one. So yeah, this is good. And then you have just an exercise book, which is just like listening, using pinyin, Hanzi, also stuff like that. So I would recommend this one. I feel like it's easy to understand. They have like different sentence and then you can still hear at the same time. Yeah, this is what we use in the class, and this is what actually I'm gonna use for the next few months. So my goal is to do all the books. If I can, I would love to do all the books. So in the shorts, I also explained that I did a test for the Chinese class that I took. And to be honest, that was really stressful for me. I thought I was not like, I thought the teacher was gonna say you have to start from scratch. You have to do the first class. But I was really surprised because after the test, she told me I was level three, but a little bit in between of beginner level three, beginner level two, since I was not able to really read. I didn't really learn to read when I was practicing with Duolingo and things like that. So in the test, what she did, she asked me to read some sentence. Then she starts speaking in Chinese, asking me some question, and then I start to answer. It was a question about like, what is your name? How old are you? What do you do? What do you like? How is your family? Things like that. So I start like talking in Chinese, things like that, which I'm able to do well, mostly. And then after she put audio where someone was explaining something, and I had to answer some question after, which was easier for me. The thing is, I watch a lot of Chinese drama, so I think I like to understand. Sometimes I can understand not the sentence, not the full sentence, but some words, so I'm able to understand what is the sentence. And since like the test, it was not as fast as like the Chinese drama. Usually I watch Chinese drama with subtitle, but it was like a rhythm that was not too fast, and it was easy. The person was speaking about her family, so it was kind of like easy to understand. So this is why I was able to, after the test, she told me I could do beginner level three, which is the last class of the beginner. After the class beginner level three, there's no, well, in the university that I wanted to take the class, there's no other beginner level. So, which I was really proud about myself to know that I kind of like learned by myself with some of the tools that I said already. And I was able to not being at level one. So that motivated me to continue learning by myself, even though I think a class will be best, but I don't have the time at the moment. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use all the thing that I had in the class. So I feel like it's a little bit has I'm taking a class without the teacher. I'm someone that loves to learn by myself. I don't have issues like learning by myself. So I would say sometimes it's easier for me, since I can choose when to practice instead of like you have an hour and then you have to be in the class. So yeah, you're probably gonna see a lot of like video of me practicing and walking, because usually if I'm going somewhere that is not too far from where I live, I like to walk. It's just it helped me to walk because I work sitting all day. So when I can, I try to walk. And I figure why not use this time to learn and practice Chinese at the same time. So this is what I did in the last few shorts that I shared. I was just practicing and repeating while I was walking. Just so you know, I'm not really learning at the moment Chinese to be able to speak from, like, like there's not, sometimes they tell you you have to learn the verb, you have to learn the tone, this, and then like to make sure you learn the right way. To be honest, I'm not doing this. Since I have like a basic Chinese at the moment, I don't want to really learn like how to write the pinyin, the Hanzi, sorry. So what I'm focusing to learning things that I know I'm gonna use when I'm gonna go to my trip to China. So of course I'm still gonna learn things that it's good to know in a language, but I'm really more focusing for the moment of things I know I'm gonna use. Right now I'm learning food, how to order when you go to a restaurant. After, I'm probably gonna focus more of like when you buy in a mall, things like that, like to ask how much is it, can I try this, things that I know it's gonna be useful. Because sometimes you learn a language and then you have a bunch of words, but then when you have to speak with someone, in like a context that is different, you don't know how to say it. So I figure since I want to make sure I'm comfortable with different kind of things when I'm gonna go to my trip, I want to learn what I know I'm gonna use. That's a bit what I did with Korean. I only like learn things that I wanted to use while I was in Korea. Japanese, since I did a class, I learned a lot of things, but before my trip, I really practice only the things that I know I really need when I'm in Japan. So hopefully that makes sense. So my trip is supposed to be in October. I'm gonna try to do an update every month of how is it going, how is my reading going. It's probably gonna be a month soon, so I'll do an update soon, but it's probably gonna be on my shorts section. So make sure if you want to see the update, you go check the shorts. But I have a playlist of like only my learning the Chinese, the journey of learning. So if you want to see only that kind of video, you can just go to my playlist. But yeah, it's a bit all over the place, but I really wanted to do a video where everything is there. But let me know what you guys using if you're learning Chinese Mandarin. Also, I'm always like to have recommendation. If you are watching Chinese drama, you can just put some recommendation or videos on YouTube that help you. And I think I might just do some shorts of like just me practicing. So if you want to practice at the same time than me, it could be like a way to motivate yourself also. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, or if you have any question about my journey, any recommendation, let me know comments down below. Thank you for watching. Bonne journée. 再见.